got bigger. I think they realised they're limiting it to 3 little scoops. People are walking away. Anyway, today talking about Philippine risk. I'm living in Mindanao, on the island of Mindanao, the second largest island in the Philippines. And if you go on to travel websites and you turn around and put in travel risk, it will bring you up a map, and the bottom part of Mindanao is red, which is overrun by Sulu, Tawi-Tawi, Wawi, Cotabato, Zamboanga.
Welcome, sir.
They brought back the coffee. Very, very nice. Oh. Italian. That's what you need on a Tuesday afternoon. So anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so you get this map, and it says travel advisory for these areas in red, high risk, level 5 or level 4, whatever it is. Anyway, Davao's on level 3. It's one of the safest cities in the world. It's safer to be here in Davao than it is in Cebu. I'm not a fan of Cebu, but I'm a big fan of Davao City. I like the former president, Rodrigo Duterte. I like what he stood for. I like his honesty. I like his birthday on the 28th of March. Yeah, mine's on the 29th. We have something in common. We are Aries. The sign of fire. Anyway, there were a lot of people that didn't like his methods. UN, ICC, anyway. But today, risk. So here on Mindanao, you've got the travel risk, which could be you get kidnapped, or you turn around and you're mugged, or you're bullied, or you're held up, or all of that. And that's going out to these areas that countries turn around and say you shouldn't be travelling. Now, I thought it was quite amusing. I was watching a vlog, quite a famous YouTuber, who used to live in CDO, now he lives in Katil, so you might know who he is. And he turned around and he travelled to the islands, and he turned around saying it's really safe and everything like that to turn around and travel all to these areas. But he still had to turn around and have an armed guard. He still had to turn around and comply with the military. He still had to comply. So you take it as you take it. That's how I look at it. If you're going to travel in the Philippines, it has good and bad areas. And it's the same as London. It has good and it has bad areas. It's the same as New York. It has good and bad areas. You take the risk whether you want to go to that area. Now, I'm not going to dwell on that because there are other great places you can turn around and travel in the Philippines, but they also have the risk of pickpocket, stabbing, kidnapping. The COA, which is a government body here in the Philippines, says that the kidnapping rate is 4.4% across the Philippines. The global, by the UN, is 0.08. So kidnapping seems to be a way of making money here. Yeah. Now, the other part of risk of Mindanao is the weather. And I live in Davao, and the reason I live in Davao is because it's typhoon free. It gets stormy weather, but it doesn't get typhoons like you get at Siargao or the northern part of Mindanao. And I'll put a map with this lot showing you the areas of Mindanao, but also the typhoon risk areas that cover across the top of Mindanao, from Siargao through Butuan, down Cagayan de Oro, down to Zamboanga, Iligan, and Malawi. But here in Davao, the risk is low of typhoon, which is good, because you get a nice balance of climate, humidity, blue skies. You don't get the risks of high winds blowing you or your accommodation down the road. Oh, like that. Now, cold on my teeth. Now, another risk here in the Philippines that I see is the sun. And I did a blog on that, about heat stroke and the risk, and I've had some really good comments on that, so thank you very much. I won't be on the golf course talking to somebody, and what happened to me, and I explained to one of my subscribers, I actually was travelling back to Davao, and I was on a ferry, and I got off the ferry, stayed in some accommodation, woke up the next day, didn't realise where I was, didn't realise where Annie was, didn't realise where I was, which was lack of water, like dehydrated. Travel was okay. What knocked me for six was the wind and the sun when I was travelling on the ferry. I was out on deck. More fool me, because I used to be a mariner or a seafarer, and never went out on deck in the midday sun unless you covered up. And I forgot that. So when I got to where I was staying, which was in Alan on Samal, I woke up the next morning and had to call the doctor because disorientated, scary, risk. Now, the other risk I find and I see in the Philippines is when people turn around and say, when you're going out and you're travelling using the taxis on the road, and is a very, very low level of compliance here with privileged drivers. If they get it in the head, they're doing it. If there's a road and 2 lanes are going right and 1 lane's going left, they will turn around and drive down the left lane and then turn right and cut everybody up. They're not interested. If it's 1 lane goes right and there's a lane queuing to go left and it's waiting for the filter arrow to come up on the traffic lights, they'll drive on the wrong side of the road to get to the front of the queue and barge their way in. So if you're travelling, and whatever you're travelling is, whether it's a private car, whether it's a bus, whether it's a jeepney, whether it's a hubble, if it's on the road in the Philippines, you are at risk. Yeah, especially if the driver is Filipino. Low compliance to the law, low high blood level, which means they get angry really, really quickly and they throw a paddy really, really quickly. Very low risk that they've had the proper training to drive sensibly and within their parameters and tolerances of the vehicle and the road and the conditions. I was in a taxi with Annie once and we asked the driver to slow down. Now they have this tendency, when you get into a taxi, they'll flip the lock to lock you in. We were going down towards Bahada. This guy was on the outside lane, driving erratically, yeah. I asked him to turn around and slow down because he braked. I'd slipped off the back seat into the footwell of this Almira. So when my arse flies around in the back of a taxi, I want the driver to calm down. He's not there to try and scare or intimidate, which is what they try and do here with their driving. So I turned around and the guy got really ratty and started arguing with me, and Annie was trying to pacify him to say, we want you to drive slower. We're not turning around and telling you how to drive. We just want you to drive slower, safer. We do not feel comfortable or safe in this one. Anyway, we stopped. I wanted to get out, he wouldn't let us out. So I turned around and explained to the driver, if you don't let me out, I'm going to break the window. I said, it's on camera and it's on the vlog. If you don't let me out, I will turn around and break the window and I will get out because your driving is scaring me. I said, and that is not what a taxi driver should be doing. So he undid the door, we got out, and then he wanted payment. So I turned around and said to him, I said, I'll give you some money, but then I'm going to charge you for the fear factor, the risk factor of you trying to kill me. So he spat at me and went like this, meaning that you're going to get somebody to come and shoot me. Crazy. So there is that risk factor of taxi drivers in Davao are really, 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 really good. I think I can count on one hand how many times I've been scammed with a taxi driver in Davao saying, "Oh, you're my first customer.